The Entrepreneur's Library, episode 128.
Welcome to the Entrepreneur's Library, the only book-centric podcast that reviews all the top-selling business books and shares authors' perspective firsthand. This is your resource to finding the next great book that will enable you to grow personally and professionally. Welcome your host, Wade Danielson.
Welcome back to the EL. Today we have Steven Daar, author of Profit Hacking. I think you guys are going to love this interview. I think Steven does a great job of taking us through and really talking about conversion. You know, something that we're all interested in, as far as, especially with you with online businesses, is not. Sometimes we have the wrong focus. You know, maybe it being traffic, and he does a great job of kind of redirecting where we actually should be focused. So, without further ado, I'll bring him on. Welcome, Steven, and thank you for joining us on the Entrepreneur's Library.
Thanks for having me, Wade. I'm really excited to be here.
We take just a moment before we take a deep dive into the book and tell us a little bit about yourself and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, absolutely. So about me, I was basically born and bred entrepreneur. It's in my blood. Couldn't avoid it. I started my first business really soon after college, but I didn't really know that much about marketing and sales. I had the passion, the drive, a really good idea, but I didn't really know how to effectively get it out there. And it became just obviously clear right away that if I was going to make this original business successful, or anything that I ever wanted to do for the rest of my life, I would have to learn how to reach the people that I wanted to talk to and speak to them effectively, market and sell. And so I just got really, really deep into learning about how to do those things, specifically on the internet, how to drive traffic, then convert traffic, and then monetize those conversions. And eventually that led to me writing my recent book, Profit Hacking, teaching people everything I've learned over the last 5 years of doing these things.
So, Steven, let's jump right into your book that you just discussed there. So thank you for sharing that, first of all. And now we'll jump into Profit Hacking, which was just made available for purchase not that long ago, actually December 16th, 2014. And Steven, we're going to move quickly, but we're here to cover the top questions that our future reader wants to get answered. And the first one is, what was the inspiration behind writing Profit Hacking?
So it was twofold. One, it was the book that I wish that I had five and a half years ago when I started my first business. If I had that, it would have saved me a lot of time, a lot of frustration, a lot of lost money either spent on ineffective marketing, trying to run a business in not the most profitable way. And it's just really the culmination of so much hours of study and then practical application. So that's half of it. And then the other half is, for a while, I was working at a marketing agency where the clients were Fortune 500s and really big companies. And I noticed there was a really stark difference between working with huge corporations and the entrepreneur world that I was familiar with before and am now re-immersed back in. And it's just that a lot of companies are missing that heart and that soul and a mission, something that drives them forward and is really important to them outside of simply making profit, earning money. And so a big part of the mission and the purpose of the book is trying to inspire more entrepreneurs to not only learn how to drive more traffic, convert it, monetize it so they're more profitable, but then how to then leverage that into more good done for the world, more service, more whatever it is that's important to that business owner, so they can have a lasting impact in addition to earning more money and being more successful.
So, Steven, there's going to be over 1 million books that'll come out here in 2014, but also 2015. So this next question is really trying to help differentiate yourself or separate yourself from the massive crowd. So what makes your book different from others regarding the same or similar topic?
So the two main things for me that is a differentiator is, one is that I believe reading this book, especially the paperback version, it's almost like a piece of art. The designers that I hired to do the front and back cover and the interior design, I was continuously blown away by the level of design and art and how it kind of makes the content easier to understand and implement. And that kind of rolls into the second thing that I believe differentiates the book, is that it's incredibly focused on action. It is talking about, this is great in theory. This is the great concepts. It's been proven through multiple tests that this is probably something that you want to explore, but it's on you to go out and do it, and to go out and begin running A/B split tests on your site, or going out and talking to your customers or your prospects. And it gives really clear, easy, bite-sized action steps for people to do. So over time, they can continue making their business into something that is a profit hacking business.
See, this next question is a little bit unique in that I'm asking, really, how would you suggest the reader engage with your book? Is this a book that they can jump in and jump out based on when they need the information or the content? Or is this really a book you designed to be read from front to back?
So it can be, there are clear sections. And so going back to the three main pillars of what we talk about in the book with traffic, conversion, and then economics, there are sections that cover each of those. So let's say right now you have a conversion problem. Like a very, very low percentage of people who come to your website are buying or subscribing. So you can go straight to that section and say, okay, this is what I'm struggling with, and I can pick this up. The entire book as a whole is relatively short. The paperback, I believe, is about 120 pages, and people, depending on how fast they read, have said that they can rip through it the first time in 30 to 90 minutes. And what they end up with after going through the book once usually is a resource that they can come back to. And it's almost like an action guide where there's specific parts in the book where I say, you write here, like write with a pen in the book, X, Y, Z, and then you can come back to this over time and like reassess or reground yourself in these important things. So I hope to turn it into, ideally it's something that people can refer back to over and over to continue to get value from it and grow their business from the principles.
So, Steven, we're to my favorite part of the entire interview, and this is where I want to hand over the mic and really allow you to take us through, give us a great expectation of what we can get out of your book. So will you take the next 5 to 8 minutes and really give us a breakdown?
Absolutely. So the subtitle of the book is The Entrepreneur's Three-Part Formula for Maximizing Success. And that three-part formula is, as I've mentioned, is traffic, conversion, and economics. You need people to come to your website, or if you're a brick and mortar, you need people walking into your door. You need salesmen making outbound calls, whatever it is that is appropriate for traffic in your business. You need that. And then you need to be able to speak to them effectively and authentically and with clarity and persuasion, so they know what they're getting and that they know they want it, and they want it specifically from you. And so you convert them into a customer. And then once you have the customer, how do you continue to nurture that relationship, provide value, over deliver, and get them to really fall in love with you, want to refer you, so that they come back and buy multiple times. They come and buy in larger quantities. They buy more frequently. They refer you business. And so that is what the book breaks down. And the very first part of the book, it is all trying to change the mindset of the reader. What I see a lot of times with entrepreneurs is they create their website for their business, and a website really is just one big assumption, or maybe even thousands of little assumptions that make up the website. So everything from the layout, the design, the colors, the copy, the images, they're all just guesses as to what is the most effective thing to show to the visitor that will get them to want to engage further. And so people will build their website and they think, okay, I am now done with this website, and now I need to drive traffic to it. And driving traffic to a website that you never continue to work on, never test, never work to improve to make it more effective at converting visitors, you're really not going to get the full return on investment of the time and or money and or energy that you expend to bring traffic to that site. And the analogy that I like to use is, if you really wanted to get into great shape, and you know that diet and exercise are the two things that will get you there, but you only diet, but like you eat really well, but you never go to the gym, you're not going to get the body that you want. And same vice versa. If you're going to the gym, but you're eating McDonald's 3 times a day, you're not really doing your body very many favors. And it's the same thing with online profits, traffic and conversion. It's like diet and exercise. And so the thing is trying to convince people that they often don't have a traffic problem. They might think to themselves, I wish I could get more traffic. Why can't I get more attention? But the truth is, if you were really good at conversion and you were really good at economics, if you're really good at monetizing your customers or your conversions after you get them, traffic almost would never be a problem. Because if you were better at converting and earning money from those conversions than your competition, you would be able to spend more than them in Google AdWords and be profitable. You'd be able to hire the best SEO team to be number 1 for your organic rankings. You could hire a social media team or content marketers. And so that's a huge, huge lesson of the book, is that traffic becomes a lot easier every time you increase your conversions and every time you get stronger at your economics. The math tips in your favor so much more. If you think about it, whether it's organic and free or social or paid traffic, like there's a cost for every visitor. And so if your cost per visitor, we'll call it your CPV, is lower than what you earn per visitor, your revenue per visitor, for example, then you have incentive to make that trade over and over because you earn more with every click or with every visitor than what you're paying. And so what increases your revenue per visitor? The 2 things that increase it are the increasing your conversion rate and increasing the average order value or the average customer value. And so getting more traffic will never increase that side of your equation, increase your revenue. But once you are break even or profitable, then traffic is just gasoline that you want to put into the engine of your business. And so that's really the big lesson of the book. And then the sections break down, okay, how do you get higher percentage of people to convert? How do you earn more money per customer or per conversion? And then once you have those things in place, how do I go out and get traffic from all over the web?
So, Steven, I think you just covered this, but I want to ask anyway, because to me, it's a very important question. And that's that if the reader could only take away one principle or concept or action item out of everything that you just discussed with us and out of the entirety of your book, what would you want that to be?
So it would be that traffic, conversion, and economics are all extremely important and they all need attention. But a lot of people, they outweigh the percentage of their time, their resources, their money, their attention to getting traffic. And so even if you just take 20% of your time of your traffic generating activities and give it to working on A/B testing or conversion optimization, as well as figuring out how else to serve or further monetize or give value to your customers that they would exchange money for, you will do your business and your bottom line so many favors. And so, yeah, the number one thing is just to always try and be growing and improving in each of the 3 core facets, never completely ignoring one of them, and always knowing where you're at and which one needs the most attention at this point of your business.
And do you have a favorite quote from your book?
Yeah, I really like at the end of the introduction, I talk about how that the concepts and the principles and the lessons of the book can help you grow your business and help you achieve greater profitability. But the quote is that books don't work, it's people do. And that's why I talk about and try to make this book as actionable as possible. So it makes it easy for people to go out and do the work themselves and actually take the action, which is going to be what is required to actually manifest the results. If you just read the book and don't take action, maybe you were entertained, maybe you learned something, benefit or more profit. The reason why you probably picked up the book in the first place.
So, Steven, this next question will fit in right in line with that. Is that I guess you're saying it's not just the book. You got to go do something with that actual information. And so, what's a book? If you could give one recommendation that you've read that created a paradigm shift or created you to go out and act upon it and you got maybe the greatest results based on, again, and what you just brought up.
Yeah, for me, that book is Choose Yourself by James Altucher. So Choose Yourself, it really helped me kind of reconnect with my entrepreneurial blood and my entrepreneurial roots and kind of get on the path of really working to serve others and figure out like what's my passion and like how can I really help people, and really just gave me a strong framework to live each day by, and to just try and just like I say, like you want to be constantly improving core parts of your traffic conversion economics. I see parallels to it in life. Like there's sections of my life that I dedicate time to every day to try and work on, and it's all thanks to a pretty simple framework that was given to me by James in his book, Choose Yourself.
Excellent recommendation. And Steven, before we depart, can you recommend the best way for listeners to not only get more information on you, but also your book, Profit Hacking?
Yeah, profithacking.com is the site for the book. You can access the Amazon page there, get some more information, download some freebies. And then for me personally, or my conversion optimization agency is conversionforgood.com. And yeah, those are the two best places to learn a little bit more about me and all the things I'm up to.
Will you give us a quick plug more on the company that you own and what you provide?
Absolutely. So Conversion for Good, conversion optimization agency. So done for you A/B testing and working to increase the conversion side of your profit hacking formula. We work specifically with for-profit businesses that have a mission, a purpose, a charitable component, as well as nonprofits.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you for taking the additional time to share that. So, Steven, thank you so much for coming on and being willing to share your book with us.
Yeah, I was really glad to. I hope some of you guys pick it up and would love to hear your thoughts on it after reading it. Thanks for having me on, Wade.
Definitely. Thanks again for listening in today. If you'd like more information on Steven or his book, Profit Hacking, check out the elpodcast.com. And we do have a copy of Steven's book that'll go to one of you that has gone to the elpodcast.com and you've become a VIP.
Looking for your next book idea? Head over to the elpodcast.com, where Wade shares his amazing resource, the top 10 business books recommended by over 500 entrepreneurs, with you for free. That's the elpodcast.com. Till the next time, keep it on the EL.